So what I'm doing is I'm scoring the potatoes. You know how every single year, like, it's like a perfect excuse to make like resolutions and all that stuff? I think typically when I hear people talk about like New Year's resolutions and all that stuff, I always feel like they're always like trying to change like who they are fundamentally and like what they want to do fundamentally. But I feel like the older I get, the more I'm like kind of, what do you say, like the more I'm confident of the things I want to do in life and things I want to pursue. So instead of like making like New Year's resolutions of like what things I want to change, it's more like I want to just make a more conscious effort to be consistent and to do things on a more routine. So like for example, like I used to exercise a ton. I don't really have like a fitness goal of like looking a certain way, but I definitely have like a fitness goal of like, all right, I want to be more consistent in the gym. And even if it's not the gym, I just want to be consistently more active. So even if it's like 5 minutes a day of like something as simple as like being at home and just jogging in place for 5 minutes, or like doing 50 push-ups, 50 squats, or like jumping jacks for a minute. I don't know, like something small that like I can do every single day, even if I can't like make the time to go to the gym or something. That way that I'm constantly working towards the goals that I've always had. Another thing about like goals and resolutions that I've always noticed and I always thought was weird was like, I think a lot of times people like have like these goals, these things that they want to do, or like things they want to try, and like no matter what, you have like the choice to continue or to stop. And I think the most important thing is to just like try it, you know? Like how do you know you like doing something until you do it? Like maybe you do it and then you learn that this thing isn't for you, you know? For example, like I always wanted to be in medicine, and then obviously life didn't play that way, but then I ended up choosing to do something else, and I was like, oh, I want to try doing photography. And for the past like few years, like the whole like pandemic, the whole like dropping out of school, moving out, like was to pursue like this photography dream. And then now I work in fashion, and like I still do the photography stuff and I still want to do it, but then there also is like part of me that's like, oh, I want to try other things. And I don't necessarily feel like I'm a failure or like I'm not progressing fast enough. I feel like I'm progressing at the pace that I want to progress at. But I also want to try doing other things. Like for example, like that's why like I make so much more cooking videos and I make story time videos, and I'm like just essentially learning what it is that I want to do long term, you know? Chopped and scored garlic, salt, olive oil, thyme. Now that I have contacts, I was thinking like, if I go out with contacts and I somehow meet someone and let's say I go to their place, where do I put my contacts? Like you can't sleep with contacts in. What do people do? Like you just wake up, or you don't take your contacts out? Like either you take your contacts out and they just dry out and you're blind the next day, or you sleep with them in and you wake up and your eyeballs are dry. I don't know.
No, deadass, they're actually hating on my shit bad.
God damn it! There's no way I can one bite this. Oh, oh, oh. Ah.